Hello YouTube. If you guys are watching this on Facebook later, hit hashtag replay. We're testing out this whole YouTube streaming thing. We're gonna call these sessions lunch break bites, I guess. It's got a nice little ring to it. Got my Fin Addict shirt on. Let's switch this around here once I learn how to do the camera. See what we got going on today. You guys are pretty familiar with this. I leave lines out and they're slack. So we'll see if this quality is a little bit better than the Facebook stream. I'm going to try to bounce between the two and see how they hold up. We got the aerators back on, if you can see those white areas. Right where my fingertip is. Another one there. And my bait on this pole is actually right where this fingertip is. That's where that 5-foot hole is. Got an aerator back there. And one there. And that's just a leak in the airline. So let's check these bad boys out. And we'll see if we got a fish on it. With my cell phone camera still. Nothing on this one. We had some cut bluegill. Turtle probably robbed it. All gone. Something on this one. Nope. Stole the bait off both of them. Now what I gotta do is try to get me some more bait here. And I got two options today. Well, three. I could switch up hooks and go back to the sudden impact. I could try this. I'm going to try this first. See if I can get a crappie or a big bluegill or a little baby bass to bite on this. If not, we'll try the old cast net. Yeah, I kind of like the whole YouTube thing. It's got a bunch of different filters to put on. You can kind of monitor the comments ahead of time in the live chats. The only thing it's missing is that dual stream that Facebook has. So I'll try to bounce between the two. I just wanted to test it out this time. See how the video quality is compares to it. I don't really expect much interaction on this live stream. I think I've only got 7 subscribers. Just restarted the channel today. I wasn't able to Said my YouTube app bugged out. I guess I was able to restart it. Anyway, they said I wasn't able to use the current channel for live streaming. I'd have to either make a new one or delete my main Gmail account because it had the numbers tied to it. But what I was able to do was create a brand channel, and I didn't know about that. And that allows you to have multiple channels under one account, which I didn't know. And that way, everything's already registered through my personal account. Now we're going to get it all started from scratch again. So I'm going to be making new videos on Whisker Sticks, new demo videos. And then I'll throw some newer content in there too. I don't want to have anything of the same old all the time. So we're going to try some new stuff. And of course, this is all just off a phone, so nothing's conventional. It's just me, live uncut on a camera, showing you what I do. As far as fishing goes. Other than that, it'll be some other fishing related topics, bait tanks, reel cleanings, rigs, stuff like that. Some miscellaneous things. Pond water's kind of nasty today. It wasn't like this when I got here at 3 o'clock. Water was pretty clean. They turned the aerators on today. I don't know what happened in the last 4 hours, but kind of looks like a swamp. Baby. I can get him out of the net. Probably can't even see him. Try to get just at least one bluegill here. Lots of leaves and sticks. A lot of it looks like algae, but nowhere near as dense as it used to be. Hopefully later this week the fish will be better. Water won't be so hot. That's a goose feathers. Let's come try down this way, I guess. No viewers, no live chat going on yet. Well, you gotta start somewhere, guys. This is just kind of a test run video, so I'm not worried about who's watching or really the quality of the video for action and stuff per se, but we'll try to get to it as we get to it. I don't have no phone stands or tripods or nothing. what I want. Bass. It's about the average size of the bass in here. I don't think you guys got to see a bass caught yet. They're usually about this big or smaller. A little largemouth. He's too big. We want a baby if it's going to be a bass. I don't want to kill no big bass. Something that can make it just a couple chunks of cut bait. Bud Light lime can. Nice. That probably came from the highway. This is how I spend my lunch breaks. Got two fish in here, one I don't want and one I do. I almost snagged it up on a tree root or something. Get out of there. Oh, we got 5 fish. Got another bass. Let him go. Come here. Come here. Got 3 little baby hybrids. We're gonna let them go back. They're not big enough. That's what I'm looking for. Bait. Little hybrid bluegill. This will be perfect. This is all we need. Now I'm gonna grab my net. Alright, how am I gonna do this? Let's see if I can lip you. There we go. Grab my phone. Come back over here to the poles. We'll throw these out. We'll get some, normally, I'm night fishing. That's perfect flathead bait for here. Flatheads will suck that up. I caught a 8-pound channel cat using one of them things. Whole live. That channel cat was greedy. Alright. Get my fish. I don't really know where I'm going to be live streaming this week as far as a fishing spot. I've got a few spots in mind. Oh, you're cruel, you're hurting the fish. No, I'm not. Now, some people like to take these spines here and cut them. I mean, you can. I mean, I guess I will, why not? They think it's going to poke the fish in the mouth or something and cause them to drop it. I mean, you figure they eat these things live the way they are. So you don't really have to do that. I know some people do it with bullheads. We're going to hook this right in the spine, give it a good meaty grip. I want to show you guys this before I throw it out. Always hook your baits at an angle. Don't go straight. because then it can loop up and rehook itself. If you do that, it kind of makes it harder to loop back in and hook itself. Get these scales off my hands. So we're gonna throw this right back in that hole. It's usually where I get my flathead bites. That one's on a 3-way rig just because I don't feel like changing it. Don't really need it here in a situation like this, but I use that for ribbers. This was a Santee rig, but I just took the I just took the peg float off because when you got no current, the float kind of gets in the way of the hook. So right through the lip and out the nose. We'll put this one right dead center of the lip. Alright, now I can grab my camera back. So, I got a little bit left to make 2 more small chunks up. I got 2 more, I can probably make 2 more chunks out of this right here and then cut it in half. Or I can use the tail fin. You can catch bait on tail fins, don't let nobody tell you you can't. Excuse me. It wasn't this nasty looking when we clocked in today. Pretty swampy looking. Looks like a lot of moss and stuff starting to settle up and get thick. Pretty much looks like that all across the water. Hopefully that changes soon once it cools down. I know the sun and the heat's got a lot to do with it. See where I threw my net, made some bubbles. Whisker sticks lit up. This one ain't. I kind of threw it in my trunk. I think the pins just are offset a little bit. I'll have to fix that when I come back out when it's dark. It's not necessary here to have them. There's so much light. You can see the rods. But I like to use them anyway. That way when I come around that corner there where that wall is, right by that truck, come around that corner, I can see them lights and I already know if they're moving before I even get close. Here in a couple months, about this time of day, it'll already be pitch black. It'll start getting dark about 5:30. And then a night bite will really be on. If you guys are watching this for the first time, if you ain't ever heard of Whisker Sticks, give the channel a subscribe and like and all that stuff. Thumbs up, whatever those guys say on YouTube. I want to try to grow the channel so I can have more content outside of Facebook. I'll probably do a lot more pre-uploaded videos for how-tos and stuff. And then if I ever get out fishing, if I'm not streaming it on Facebook, I'll stream it on here. I might even just take turns, let Facebook and YouTube share. If that's even a way to put it. Definitely as the YouTube channel grows, I'll do more and more on it. Facebook works pretty good, but not everybody uses Facebook, so I want to use YouTube too. I want to try to utilize all of them, even try to get more on Instagram. I haven't done a whole lot on Instagram. There's people who use Instagram and never touch Facebook, and vice versa, and the same goes for YouTube. Some people say they prefer YouTube over Facebook live streams, so I'm just starting out. We're gonna play around with it, see what works best. Maybe if it turns out really, really good and I get 70,000 subscribers like Chris Flores does, I'll be able to start monetizing them and get a little bit of payoff of them. But for now, I'm humble to just be able to show you guys what I do. Hopefully it can help somebody else get an advantage on fishing. I'm watching for my lines to bounce in case a turtle's biting on it or something. If a cat grabs it, rod will just bend down, but if the turtle grabs it, then you'll just kind of see the line bounce, and they don't move it enough to really cause the weight to fluctuate or anything on it, and they just steal it off the hook. They'll chomp on it where it sits and not run off with it most times. At least here. However, if you're using a slip float, they'll grab it and swim off with it, and you'll just see your float kind of dancing across the water. Got scales on my hand. Let me know in the comments later, if you guys are watching this later, what you would like to see for some content, if you got any requests for certain types of videos. If you want to see something like how to take apart a Nabu reel and clean it, I can do that. I can show you guys how I do it. Setting up different rigs for catfishing. Just anything fishing related, and I'm happy to try out. I primarily stick to catfishing. That's kind of my niche. I do a little bit of bluegill and crappie and bass fishing, but that's bait fishing to me. You catfishermen know how it is. You spend more time catching bait than you do catching fish. It's pretty much all I use. I've just got a couple rods, a bait pole, a bucket, a net, and a little tackle bag. Kind of curious to see later how this turns out quality-wise over Facebook. I got it set to do 1080, but when I tried doing a test stream shortly after I made the channel, I played it back immediately after it was done, and it only played it in 140. So maybe some of you other YouTubers could tell me what that's about. Maybe I gotta wait for a while for it to process and, I guess, build up quality. I guess the sooner you watch it, the worse quality it is. I don't know. It's been a long time since I did a YouTube video. It's been almost a year. Got a small screen. I am in portrait mode. Terry says I got a small screen. See how the other camera looks. Does that look any better? Terry, it's not even showing you as a viewer right now. It just shows that says I got the little person icon says 0 and the likes icon says 0. I thought I was talking to myself this whole time. Thanks for subscribing pretty quick too, by the way. Thanks to anybody who does subscribe at any point in time when they're watching this video. I'm definitely nothing fancy. I'm just a redneck guy particle screen. Particle screen or partial screen? I still got a lot to learn on this. It's showing full screen on my phone. My whole screen's taken up. Maybe I need to do landscape mode next time. Does it? Yeah, it tells me to rotate the device back. I guess I gotta start it in landscape. Partial screen. I think it's because it's in portrait mode. So maybe next time I need to do landscape. I gotta do some grass cutting tomorrow. Oh, this line's bouncing. Get out of the sun. It's kind of hard to see it. That sun's in the way. I can see it, but not on the screen. I got some grass to cut tomorrow after I'm done. Maybe I'll fire up another little quick test stream in landscape mode and see how that does. I'm guessing a turtle's chomping on that. The rod wasn't bending, but the line was kind of going like that. That's me doing that with my hand. The rod wasn't bending. Text message. Come on, kitty, kitty. Yeah, I'll definitely have to try the landscape mode tomorrow. How's the picture quality, Terry? If you don't mind me asking, is it pretty crisp, or does it look pixelated like it's a 240 or a 140? 360 or whatever the categories are? I don't know how it shows it in real time. On my screen it's showing just like any other camera picture I would take. It's all crystal clear, and I got my camera set to 1080 or quad HD 60 frame a second. And I'll have to actually lower the quality on that if I want to go over 10 minutes. It only lets me do 10 minutes at a time in that mode for pre-recording something. Now it says we got a viewer. I'm guessing that's Terry. Let's see, how's the quality look here? Got my Fanatics hook shirt sent to me by Jesse Laredo down in San Antonio. He helps run the Fanatics group. They do a lot of stuff for kids. Shirt was a little too big. It was I believe this was extra large, so I cut the sleeves off so it didn't look like a nightgown. Switch hands here. Alright. This ain't really much of a video to show a whole lot. You can get a full screen but can't comment until you go back to small screen. Okay. I've only ever watched live streams. Usually it's Catfish Weekly or Luke Nichols or Chris Flores. Sometimes Luke Henchins does the live streams. Normally when I watch their stuff, like when Catfish Weekly comes on later, I just kind of leave it in portrait mode, and to where you see the comments and stuff feeding. I live chat in portrait mode, and I just watch the small screen. You know, if you rotate it, it goes bigger, and you can see the live feed going up across the left, and it fades out if nobody's talking. But I don't think I can't remember if you can comment like that or not. I've hardly ever done it. This is just mainly to try out for once and see how it compares to Facebook, see if the video quality is any better. I've heard it is. I've heard it's got a better connection reliability. Chris Flores just wrote me. I asked him what size shirt he was wearing. I'm going to hook him up with a Whisker Sticks LEDs light shirt. Flock of ducks. Doesn't look like I'm going to get anything today, guys. At least not this break. Maybe I'll come back out and we'll have something on. If I do have a fish on my next break, I'll probably fire it up on Facebook just because it's faster. I got little hot button icons, some macros to fire it right up to the live stream on my main screen on my phone. Yeah, he did have a good show the other day. I was just talking about him, the Muddy Water Fishing Boys, last night. First video I ever watched of Chris Flores was the one where he was using onions for bait, trying it out. That was the first video I ever came across for him. That's when I started following him. I was like, man, that'd be cool to see him catching on some onions. That was a first for me. I never heard of anybody using onions. If I remember right, I don't think he caught anything on him either. Well, that about wraps it up for this video, guys. Break's pretty much over. Gonna be getting back in and getting back to work. Not much action on this lunch break bite. We got to see a couple bass, some baby bluegill. And then we caught a good sized live bluegill for bait. They'll probably be stolen off by turtles when I come back out. Thanks for tuning in, Terry. We'll see you later, man. If you guys are watching this later, share it up. Get the word out about the new channel. Let's get some subscribers built up on here so I can get some more things rolling on here for you guys. Until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Tight lines.